Philly's first of its kind fat-focused convention to be held at Temple University, which is in Texas, correct?
No, it's in Philly, I thought.
Philly. What am I thinking of?
I'm not sure. Texas,
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm not sure. Temple, I
There's
know Temple
owls.
though, because one of the biggest weirdo race baiters on the planet is from Philly, and he went to Temple. Oh, I'm blanking on his name. I follow him on Instagram, and he is, he's one of the guys that can, like, he's one of the guys that wants you to celebrate Juneteenth, but then when you celebrate Juneteenth, he's mad because it's racist. It's like, oh, you gave the kid you gave him fried chicken and watermelon. No, okay, let me back up. He'll say, screw the 4th of July. That's racist, colonizers, all that. I hate this country, but will
Mhm.
never go anywhere else. Dog, you're from Philadelphia, right? Like it really gets no more American than that, if I'm not mistaken, right? You don't like the 4th of July. It's all about Juneteenth. We should celebrate Juneteenth. And then a school says, okay, we're gonna serve fried chicken and watermelon, and Walmart is going to come out with a Juneteenth ice cream, and there's going to be a Juneteenth beer, but that's also racist. It's like, what is happening? Sorry. That's
okay.
that's what I think about when I think of Temple, is that guy, and I'm blanking on his name. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I truly don't remember it right now, but it's actually not worth remembering anyways. Moving on.
Let's learn about these morbidly obese people and their convention. The three women behind Philly's first of its kind fat focus convention are bringing more than buzzwords like body positivity and body neutrality. They want everyone to celebrate being unapologetically fucking fat.
It's disgusting.
we're we're not into the buzzwords because we've seen how it affects and impacts people. It makes people feel either included or excluded. That phrase "body positivity" has become bogged down with relating to body image. She said, "What people in larger bodies need is to step away from constantly being talking about by their body image because that can be very triggering for folks who have disabilities, chronic illnesses, have been dieting all their lives, and developed eating disorders." Eric, the percentage of people who are actually fat for medical reasons is like one out of every 10 million fat people. It's a glandular problem. I have small glands. Diabetes comes from eating very unhealthy.
All right, just for once, stop pretending. You're on the computer anyways. You always got your cell phone in your hand. So just take a quick moment, sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/uopod. You will not regret it. You're going to see us fly off the handle and say all the things that we can't say on YouTube, lest we be kicked off and shunned from society. So sign up to the Patreon. Appreciate
I
it.
believe that's type 1 or whichever one. It's type 2. And then the other one you get because you're born with it because your parent eat it very unhealthily. So
Eated?
it's not like
Did you say eated?
yeah, I might
I
have.
think you
Oh
said.
my
Run the
goodness.
tape back. Yeah.
My glands are swelling up. I can't take it. But they have a fat fitness class. Everything is going the way it should be, Eric. I think when you have a fat con and you're going to have fat celebrities, let's take a look back at these women who are, of course, it's women. I don't see, there's this fat guy who's on Jackass Forever or whichever one we're on now, Jackass 4 or 5. You don't have that guy. You don't have the other Jackass guy, Preston Lacey. We don't have who are some other fats? Kevin James isn't on here. Jack Black isn't on here. We just have, unattractive, morbidly obese women, and they're going to have a fat fitness class, and that's good. That's good that they're having a fat fitness class. But what we learned, Eric, is that fat fitness classes are actually just sitting down, and then they tell you, hey, you don't actually have to work out. You can eat cheesecake all day.
This is just so exhausting, bro. Because I mean, I'm so far outside of this realm. Like all the
Did you see her name? Sorry.
no,
See her name and profession?
no.
Queen and Zinga, and she's a burlesque
Okay. Well,
instructor.
look. First of all, look. There's a market for everything, right? Like there is a market for everything. There are regular size women who make $1 million a month selling pictures of their feet or whatever. So there's a market for everything. Um, but it's weird how they really want to drive this home, but I don't think it's real because I'll be honest, I don't know many like fat people. I guess if I really think about it, like I'm sure I have over the years, but the ones that I can think of, nobody's ever like been proud of it. Every fat person I've ever met, and I'm sure we both could be in better shape, right? So I don't want to take any shots at anybody, but I've never met a fat person who's just like celebrating it. Every fat person I've ever talked to, basically since I was a kid, has always been working towards losing weight. Yeah, you get the excuses here and there, like big boned or whatever kind of things you throw around, but I think this is just media propaganda. They're trying to, obviously make you fat, stupid, lazy, gay, cut your dick off, all that stuff. Um, so they're pushing it really hard. But I think if you talk to most, if you, and I'm sure it would be a very tough thing to do, but if you were to reach out to bigger people on the street, very few of them would say, "I'm loving this. I'm celebrating this." Most of them would say, I would like to," even if they're not doing anything about it. I don't think they would admit to just like enjoying being fat and wanting to do it more. Maybe some people who are making
Mm.
money off YouTube or whatever they eat, and that's part of their shtick. But that's a different thing, right? When it becomes your business, which is an entirely different problem, right? Like it's an entirely different problem if your thing is to like get fat on YouTube for clicks and likes. Um, so that there's that. Lastly, as you know, um, last thing here is the point I'm trying to make. Can you bring up the picture again one more time?
She's celebrating how to learn how to pop, shake, and roll, and celebrating our jiggles, rules, and culture,
I can't see anything. There we go. Okay, 64 likes 2 days ago.
Eric.
So
Wow, they're worse than us.
yeah, let's check the profile. How many do they have? I mean, not that I'm not trying to put too much stock in Instagram, but yeah, see, yeah, it's nobody's. We don't believe you.
It's in October.
Yeah, so you have
Right in time for Halloween candy is why that is, Eric.
1,600 followers. I guess for having 1,600 followers, 64 likes ain't bad. So I take that back. But it's like, in the grand scheme, clearly nobody wants this, right? Like,
It's just fodder for
Turn it
right
up,
wing
Jordan.
transphobes and fat phobes.